Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news. Alright, Falcons fans, I hope you're as excited as I am because the NFL landscape is buzzing right now. And a lot of it revolves around some intriguing moves and rumors that could significantly affect the NFC South, and more specifically, our beloved Atlanta Falcons. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What could possibly shake up the division in such a profound way? Well, hold tight, because the NFL never sleeps, and this season has already shown us that surprises are around every corner. Let's start with what's been unfolding with the New York Giants, a team that's been struggling to find stability at quarterback. Last week, the Giants made a bold move by deciding to bench Russell Wilson, who, after an 0-3 start, was clearly underperforming and no longer fitting into their plans. It's a surprising move, considering Wilson's long career and reputation, but in the NFL, performance is king, and if you're not delivering, adjustments are inevitable. Wilson was replaced by rookie Jackson Dart, and honestly, Dart made a statement in his very first NFL start against the Los Angeles Chargers. It wasn't just a win, it was a demonstration of promise, of potential, and of the kind of spark that the Giants desperately need right now. Dart completed 13 of 20 passes for 111 yards, threw a touchdown, and importantly, didn't throw any interceptions. He also ran for 54 yards and scored another touchdown on the ground. That kind of performance instantly shifted the narrative around the Giants' quarterback situation. It's clear that Wilson's days as a starter might be numbered, and that's where the rumors start to swirl. Since being benched, speculation has been rampant about Wilson's future, with many believing he could be traded before the NFL trade deadline. There's talk about which teams might be interested, and surprisingly, the Atlanta Falcons have entered the conversation. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, Wilson to Atlanta. It sounds like a stretch, right? Well, consider the latest suggestions from sports analysts, including Matt Verderame from Sports Illustrated. He's proposed that the Giants and Falcons could potentially make a deal, Wilson for a conditional 7th-round pick. Yes, it's a low draft pick, but it's about the value he could bring as a backup, and more importantly, the mentorship he could provide to our young quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. The idea isn't just about replacing a player, it's about adding experience, leadership, and a safety net behind Penix. Now, in the grand scheme of things, acquiring Wilson might seem like a short-term fix, but it's not without its nuances. For Atlanta, especially if we end up trading away Kirk Cousins, who's currently on our roster, Wilson could step in as a reliable backup. Cousins has been a solid quarterback, but with his contract and age, moving him could free up cap space and give us some flexibility in the future. Wilson, on the other hand, at 36 years old, still has some football left in him, and he has the kind of experience that could be invaluable for Penix's development. You see, Wilson's stats this season have been somewhat middling. He's completed 59.5% of his passes for 786 yards, with 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Not eye-popping numbers, but he's also run for 94 yards, showing he can still be a dual threat if needed. And let's be honest, if something happens to Penix, Wilson's experience could be a game-changer. It's not about him being the future of the franchise, it's about having a dependable option in the short term, someone who can step in and keep the offense moving. Now I want to pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So where does this leave the Falcons? Honestly, it's a bit of a puzzle. Our team has shown a lot of promise this season, especially with Penix Jr. leading the charge. He's been impressive, consistently delivering deep throws and showing poise beyond his years. But adding a veteran like Wilson, even as a backup, could be a smart move in terms of depth and leadership. It's not just about filling a roster spot, it's about strategic planning for the future and ensuring that our quarterback room is as strong as possible. Let's not forget, the NFC South is a division that's always unpredictable. The Saints, Panthers, and Buccaneers are all fighting to get their footing, and every game counts. The Falcons, with their young core and dynamic offense, have been a team to watch this season. But adding experience at the quarterback position could be the piece that pushes us over the top, especially in close games where leadership and composure are everything. Talking about the team's current state, our defense has been solid, and the offense, led by Penix Jr., has shown flashes of brilliance. We've got playmakers like Bijan Robinson, who continues to impress, but the quarterback position remains critical. If the Falcons decide to go for Wilson, it's a move that could pay dividends in the short term, giving Penix Jr. some breathing room and stability. Of course, there are questions: would Wilson accept a backup role? Would he be willing to mentor Penix? And how would the locker room react? These are valid questions, and they highlight the complexity of NFL roster moves. But sometimes, a veteran presence can elevate the entire team, especially in a league where mental toughness and experience often make the difference between winning and losing. Now, I want to take a moment to reflect on Wilson's journey. He's had a storied career, filled with ups and downs, remarkable comebacks, and some of the most memorable throws in recent NFL history. His leadership qualities are undeniable, and even if he's no longer a full-time starter, his value as a mentor and backup shouldn't be underestimated. For the Falcons, it's about strategic depth, and Wilson could fit that role perfectly, especially if we're looking to bolster our quarterback room without giving up too much draft capital or long-term assets. As we look ahead to the trade deadline, speculation will continue to swirl. The NFL is a league of moves, of chess matches played in real time. And for fans of the Falcons, the prospect of adding a player like Wilson is both exciting and a little nerve-wracking. It's a bold move, but one that could pay off if executed correctly. Whether or not it happens, it's a reminder that every team is looking for that edge, that extra piece that can turn a good season into a great one. Now, I want to bring it back to you, Falcons fans. What's your take on this? Do you think adding Wilson makes sense? Is he the right fit as a backup behind Penix Jr.? Or do you think the team should focus on other areas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion is what makes this community special. We're all in this together, and your insights help shape the conversation around our team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights into the Atlanta Falcons. Whether it's roster moves, game analysis, or behind-the-scenes stories, I'll be here to keep you informed and engaged. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's continue supporting our Falcons as they chase greatness in the NFL. Remember, in this league, nothing is set in stone, and every game, every decision, every trade can redefine a team's destiny. The Falcons are on an exciting trajectory, and with some smart moves and a little bit of luck, who knows? This could be the year we finally see that Super Bowl run we've all been dreaming of. Keep the faith, keep the passion alive, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, Falcons fans. Take care, and as always, go Falcons.